Hello and welcome to Dutchman Said. My name is Sebastian Tulin and I'm a motoring journalist and mechanical engineer. I'm joined this week by the Fiat Fullback double cab bucky in a 2.5 litre turbo diesel engine. It comes standard with LED daytime running headlights, 17-inch alloy rims with an all-terrain off-road tyre. And I can tell you, I've been driving this car for a week. We took it up for a road trip up to Neisner for this Jaguar Samola hill climb, where I spent a large part of my time driving off-road on farms and dirt tracks. This car really handles well. You'll see now by the off-road drive we do how well this car does on loose gravel and stones, and you'll see this car is really something that you can try and rave home about. It's built based on the Mitsubishi Triton and is comparable with its competitors like the Toyota Hilux, the Ford Ranger and the Mazda BT50, as well as the VW Amarok. It's very well comparatively priced, and we'll have a look and see about those later on. Let's take a drive and see how she goes. The price of the Fiat Fullback that I'm driving here today, which just so happens to be the top of the range model in a 4.4 2-litre diesel, comes in at 468,000 Rand. When you look at the Toyota Hilux, it's identically priced. So that's quite a hard catch to go for in the market, especially when you're considering the Toyota Hilux's legendary performance, to put it mildly. The Fiat's got quite a lot to live up to, and I must say it doesn't disappoint. The Mitsubishi Triton is the car that the Fiat Fullback is based on, with the chassis and the engine being the same, and you'll notice that the looks are very similar as well, with the Fiat having a little bit more Italian style, with the beautiful front looks with the headlights and the grille, as well as towards the back. It's got a very luxurious feel inside, with a very nice finish on the cabin. You'll notice that the build quality in the car is fantastic. Everything fits well together. Everything feels like it's high quality and high grade. The material in here is not your standard plasticky finishing feel. The seats are leather, they're comfortable, you've got electronically adjusted seats in the front here. The handling in this car is absolutely phenomenal and superb. The road holding is firm and hard. The suspension gives you a very firm feel on the road. It does, however, give you a bit of a bumpy road, a bit of a bumpy drive on the road when you're going on the freeway, but the moment you get to the off-road, that's where it really counts. You don't even notice you're driving off-road, and that's the most important thing when you're driving a 4x4 off-road vehicle, is the fact that when you're off-road, this car just comes into its own. It really becomes alive and everything works well. You've got a 4x4 gearbox as well, which you can put the car into a 4-wheel drive high or a 4-wheel drive low, or you can drive the vehicle in ordinary conditions in a 2-wheel drive high. And this basically engages the rear differential and starts to power the front wheels as well when you're engaging 4-wheel drive mode. You've also got switches over here to engage a diff lock, which will then basically lock the differential in muddy conditions so that you don't lose traction. This, however, does make it a bit difficult to steer. But these are all the features that you look to find in an off-road vehicle, especially when you're getting a payload of 1 ton in the back with a 3.5 ton pulling capacity. That really makes it a versatile car for pulling boats, pulling trailers, doing a nice off-road kind of 4x4 trail. You don't really have the compromise that you get from other vehicles that don't quite cut it off-road, to be honest. That's the thing I like about the Fiat Fullback. You don't get the feeling that you're not driving a proper off-road vehicle. Every time you encounter an obstacle in this vehicle, it just surprises you every time, and you really get this feeling like you're driving a proper, well-built off-road vehicle. And that's the kind of thing you expect when you're paying 468,000 Rand for a car. You don't really want to be messed around a bit. And I get the feeling from this Fiat that it's a sturdy, strong build, and it's not going to disappoint. It certainly hasn't disappointed me in my drive up to Neisner over the weekend. And I went to my friend's farm, who lives in the middle of Sagefield up the Karatara Road, where you've got to drive for 15 minutes off-road to get to his house. And there's only 4x4 access, so he was quite surprised that I managed to get there. And then he saw what I rocked up in this bucky, and he was blown away because he drives a Ford Ranger and he's considering buying one of these. So you must know now, this is the kind of car that can even turn your imagination and make you think that there's a lot more out there than Ford Rangers and Toyota Hiluxes. Give the Fiat Fullback a try. You may even be very well surprised. That's it from me, Sebastian Tulin. You'll see a bit more from my videos later on. Cheers, have a good one. Thanks for watching.